Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Welcome to
another edition of
Burton
Ballers. Yeah, okay guys, this is more of a serious video today because we haven't done one on the Black Lives Matters thing, and obviously there's some things which have been going on in the past 2 or 3 days recently which has kind of highlighted the racism which is in the country, not only in the country, worldwide, and things that still need to be done. And I still can't believe, as everyone else is, if we're talking about this issue in 2020. You know, this shouldn't be an issue in 2020, because at the end of the day we're all one. Black, white, brown, whatever colour you are, we're all one, you know, so we need to try and live together in peace and harmony. But before we get into the video, guys, you know what to do.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so when we make a video, share this video and comment down below.
Yeah, okay. Before we get into the Black Lives Matter, just a couple of updates quickly on the Havertz situation. I spoke about Havertz yesterday, then. Sorry you weren't in it. It came in breaking news when you had gone to bed, so we couldn't, yeah. But there's a couple of details I forgot to add to the video. Two things are, first of all, Bayer Leverkusen, I think I said that they weren't willing to budge on the evaluation, which comes in around about £90 million then. But what they are willing to do, apparently, they're willing to have yeah, so there's paying in instalments, but plus incentives. For instance, if Chelsea win the league, similar to what we got with the Hazard deal. So if we win the league, then we'll get extra money. If he scores X amount of goals, then this much will be given. If we win the Champions League, to bring it up to the 100 million. So
if we win,
yeah, because
we get money.
Yeah. But apparently we're gonna get some money from the Hazard deal, actually, because Real Madrid look like they're going to win the league, and one of the add-ons, one of the clauses was if they won the league, then they'll have to give us X amount of money, which it looks like they're going to do. So come on, Real Madrid, so that's more money for Chelsea. So anyway, and the other thing what I forgot to mention is that if we do strike a Hazard deal, one of the things that they want as well is how too many has. So we're going to Hazard, but Havertz, yeah. So haves and have-nots. So yeah, if we do strike it, one thing that they wanted to do was for him to finish the Europa League campaign, and Europa League campaign resumes in August. So it's not going to be similar to the Werner deal, where Werner's joining us now and missing out on the rest of RB Leipzig's Champions League campaign. So what means that they'll have him for a few more games. Hopefully, if we do sign him, Leverkusen will get knocked out pretty quickly so that we can bring him over as soon as possible.
Yeah, imagine if RB Leipzig won the Champions League.
Yeah, he'd have missed out, wouldn't he? Yeah.
And he just comes to Chelsea.
I know. But anyway, let's down to the more serious matters then, Black Lives Matter. The reason I'm talking about this as well is because there's a couple of events, as I said, which have taken place. So we all know, we've heard about the situation with Zaha, where Zaha was abused. It was horrific. Some of the stuff the guy said, oh, I'm going to send a ghost round, I'm going to send a Ku Klux Klan round if you score against Aston Villa, and all that nonsense. This guy,
James?
No, this guy, he was sending it to Will Zaha. And then the police, obviously Zaha reported it.
Did he score?
No. Zaha reported what happened, and they arrested the guy. And the sad thing is, this guy is 12 years old, Zane. He's also, 2 years older than you. Okay, yeah, he's
too old to talk about age supposed to into it. Yeah,
he's 2 years older than you, and so this is a learned behaviour, guys. So a 12-year-old coming out with things like that, it's a learned behaviour.
Yeah, but the thing is, wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, never mind.
Hold that thought and come back to it when you remember. Yeah, and going nearer to home at the Chelsea, apparently Reece James has been getting abuse on his account. He's got such abuse, racist abuse, because obviously Reece James has come back from the lockdown. He hasn't been the high standards that he set himself. So yes, so his standards have dropped a bit. Maybe he didn't keep himself as fit as he should do. I don't know, but apparently he's been suffering some racial abuse, and it was so bad that he had to turn off all his social media notifications. Yeah, and so this boy is a 20. What is he? 20? Reece James? He's a 20-year-old, and he's getting this.
I think it was like 19 or 18.
No, he's about 20 now, I think. And he's getting all this abuse from so-called Chelsea fans. You know, you're not associated with Chelsea, because most Chelsea fans I know are level-headed, fair, and tolerant people. So these guys, we don't want this sort of behaviour at our club. So if you're going to come with that racism, then please just join at Millwall or something like that. Not
why Millwall?
Because they were, back in the day we had a reputation, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But now, Chelsea are a multicultural club. They've got people from all. We've got Spanish, we've got Brazilians, we've got Africans. Now we've got Eastern Europeans, English. We've got also. So it's a mixture of cultures, yeah. And so the same people who are going to be abusing. The silly thing is, the same people who will probably be abusing him. If he then scores a winner to get us into the Champions League, they'll be the same ones saying, "Oh, fantastic, best player in the world," or whatever. So that's how stupid the psyche is of some of these people, Zane. So what do you think about it? As a youngster, what do you think about all this stuff?
It's just that people should just be accepting of everyone's cultures. Like, no matter if you're black or white, like no one should like have a privilege. It's like it's all equal.
And something I want to address as well, Zane, because I didn't see it, because apparently when we were doing our live reaction for the match against Norwich, Zane told me afterwards, and I didn't realise at the time, otherwise I'd have addressed it at the time. There was somebody on our feed, and what did he say, Zane? When you go into the zoo or something, what did he say?
So like, see you at the zoo or something.
See you at the zoo or something, and come round and I'll make you jollof rice. I'm not from Nigeria. My parents are from Jamaica, and so it's just those silly things. Because I said I didn't see it at the time. Otherwise, I'd have stripped this guy. I'd have given him a telling off. And it's quite easy for some people to hide behind their keyboards and to type this sort of thing, with thinking there's going to be no repercussions. But as you saw with the 12-year-old, people are taking this serious now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Was he? Did he go to jail?
No, I don't know. No, he won't go. He'll be cautioned or whatever. But
or would he just be picking up things from the street?
Yeah, he'll be caught. I'm not sure what the sentence is, but you can be tracked down. People, nowadays they can get your IP address. So you think you're hiding behind your keyboard doing this cowardly behaviour, but you can get tracked down. You can get cautioned for things that you think. Sometimes people may think it's funny. It's not funny for the people who you are abusing. Yeah, it's not funny for those sort of people. So what you need to do is be mindful of your actions. I just want to quickly talk about experiences growing up, because I'm a bit older than a lot of people on here, and I started supporting Chelsea in the my first match to Chelsea was in the 90s, I think, but I wouldn't go to the matches before because of Chelsea had a racist following. Not all of them. There was a fraction who used to hand out racist leaflets at the ground, so I didn't feel safe.
What did it say?
Yeah, just get the blacks out of the country and that sort of thing. So the National Front it was who used to do it, and I didn't feel safe as a teenager to go to Chelsea because my parents wouldn't allow me anyway. It's only when I got a bit older and bigger and stronger with more muscles that I thought I could defend myself. So that's when I started to go to Chelsea. I remember we had a player called Paul Cannavale, yeah, and he was making his debut for Chelsea at Crystal Palace. And unfortunately, I couldn't go to that particular game because I was not very well. But my brother he went to that game and he came back and he was like really shocked after the game. And I said, why? What's wrong? What's happened? He said, Carnival was getting some bad abuse. And I thought, Palace fans are not usually racist. Why are they giving him abuse? And he goes, no, it wasn't from the Palace fans, it was from the Chelsea fans. And I thought, what? He plays for Chelsea, what's going on? So Paul Carnival speaks about that as well, and he said he was really shocked and everything else. But yeah, Carnival, he's an ambassador at Chelsea at the moment, and he speaks up against racism now as well. He's a big voice. No, how old am I? He's in his 50s, say.
Yeah, wait, how is? Oh yeah, he could be the same age.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking like everyone watched football as a kid.
No. With the Carnival, yeah, that's terrible, and that was like our own supporters were doing that to him. That's our own support, which was ridiculous. So anyway, most of the time I've been to Chelsea, actually, I haven't really had any abuse. I've had it on a couple of occasions. There was one occasion where I was at the Barcelona game against Chelsea at the Nou Camp, and this guy, I was feeling sorry for him at the time, because the police were pushing him and everything else, and they were sort of manhandling him, and we were kind of sticking up for him, saying, what are you doing? And I happened to sit next to that guy, Zane. Yeah, so I actually sat next to that guy, but you know what? I sat next to this guy, and he when I think Ronaldinho scored to make it 1-0 to Barcelona, and you know what that guy said? That guy called him a black beep 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 beep. Yeah, so he wasn't very complimentary about him. So, and I gave him a look. I just gave him this guy a stare. I just growled at him. And you know what? He disappeared. Second half, he disappeared. He didn't come back. And there's, as I said, another couple of occasions where I've heard racist chants there at the bridge. But you know what? As I keep saying, as I said at the beginning of this video, this is 2020 now. We've got to stop this nonsense. And it's not smart. It's not clever. It hurts people's feelings. I'm quite thick-skinned, so I can take it, but other people, they can't take this kind of abuse, and there's no need for it now. So let's just, we all support everyone at Chelsea, no matter what race they are, what nationality. So let's just keep doing it and stick together, and we are all one at the end of the day. So that's the message. We are all one. So let's just keep as one. We're all one family. We're the Blue family. And that's all that matters.
Because we're not black or white, we're blue.
Yeah, we're not black or white, we're blue. That's it. Good. Alright then, guys. As I said, it was a bit of a more deeper one today. But hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all post notifications so you know that when I make a video. Share this video and comment down below.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, be happy to see what your views are, your comments. Have you had been subject to any racial abuse, either on social media or at football matches? Yeah, let us know your stories. We'll be interested to hear about them. So we'll speak to you later. Bye.